Welcome to the Built-in Contact Management and Enhanced CRM video demo from RingByName. So what is CRM? CRM is customer relationship management, and it's an approach to manage a company's interaction with its current and potential customers. It leverages software to analyze and track a customer's interaction history with that company and to improve business relationships, specifically to drive and increase sales growth. With the onslaught of emails, text messages, meetings, phone calls, notes, post-its, if you're like me, sometimes you wonder, is there a way to make selling easier? In this demo, we'll show you how RingByName can help you create better relationships with your customers and get you from pitch to close faster. Now, for those of you that haven't logged into a RingByName account or have never seen RingByName, RingByName is more than just a phone system. We provide you with a set of tools via a web-based or mobile app-based application that gives you access to absolutely everything about your phone system and your company's contact management. So what we're looking at here is the web desktop, the web application. And as you can see, we've got a series of mini apps across the top. So each one of these applications gives us, these icons gives us quick access to notes, events, inbound and outbound faxes, call history, so a quick call and a dialer, text messaging, CRM information. And if we're using our call queuing, we can see the status of all the call queues in our company and how many active calls are waiting, the average wait time, etc. But we have access to a shared contact list that everybody in the company can not only see but edit notes on. We have access to call presence, so we can see who's on the phone, who they're talking to, for how long. We can actually trigger calls to our colleagues simply by clicking on the phone icon. And we have an activity stream, so we can actually see what queues are open, who's on the phone and speaking, what activities, notes, phone calls, SMSs have been logged by the system for myself and for my team as well. Now, in and of itself, that is a powerful feature for a company to have. However, one of the things that we've discovered and some of the requests that we had from our customers was to bring that enhanced note sharing and contact management ability and integrate it with a opportunities-based tracking system. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's take a look at a contact, for example. So I'm going to take a look here at our good friend Ned Stark. And so this would be a contact card for one of our customers or somebody, a potential client, for example, that has called in and talked to somebody within our company. So we have quick access to all of their information. We may even assign them tags in a group so we can find them later by a filter. We can enter new notes for them. So Mr. Stark called in to ask for a quote. And I can put in that I'm gathering details. Okay. And I can save that note. And as you can see, it automatically saves and tags it. And from there, I can actually share it to other coworkers or share it outside the company. But more importantly, I have a full history of all of the notes for that customer. These notes will travel with that contact as that person calls in and speaks to somebody. I have a record of any faxes, inbound or outbound, or phone calls and SMS messages. And this is really the part we want to get to, is our opportunity history. So as you can see, back in March, Mr. Stark called and he wanted to talk about a security upgrade package for his servers, for example. And this was self-generated, so obviously I gave him a call and it's been won, so it's 100% closed. And my description is a 5-device security package valued at $98.53 and change. And we've sent the agreement, and we were just waiting on credit card details. And you can see we've actually also have a copy of his credit card forms here as a PDF, which we can view, we can download, we can work with from there. Now, seeing as how Mr. Stark just called us to ask for a quote, I can start to build a new opportunity here for him. So I can call this, we just upgraded his security. He wants new server power supplies and UPCs, and UPSs rather. And again, it was self-generated. And as you can see here, I can select a source. It didn't come in through social media. It is not a referral, a trade show. Now, this source of the list of sources we can edit, and I'll show you how to do that in a second. But in this case, I'm going to select self-generated once again. And the status, we haven't attempted. He called us. He contacted us. We've called. He's qualified. We know exactly what we're going to sell him, and the probability at this point is 75%. So we're going to put in here again. That is the new power supply, and UPS is the opportunity name. The description, we're going to do UPS 3,000 joule unit and power supply. So we may want to put in a little bit more detail about what product or products we're selling, and then assign it a value. So maybe this is only a, I'm sorry, that should be a 30,000 joule, let's say, and the value there would be $5,000. And then what's the next action? So we already know what he wants. He's contacted us. He's looking for a quote. So we're in the process of preparing the quote. Today is Friday. In our conversation, he said, "I'll be out of town on Monday. I'll be out of town on the 28th. Obviously, holiday. Why don't you give me a call on Tuesday?" So our next step is on Tuesday, and we expect to close that deal by Thursday of next week. So here, again, I'm going to put in a little more detail. We spoke. He asked for a quote and asked I return his call on Tuesday. Okay, and I'll go ahead and correct the spelling there. And we're just going to save it. And once again, you'll see that the system is automatically going to log that interaction in the CRM. It now appears as the new server power supply. And it's also logged it in my personal notes, right? So at this point, should he call 20 minutes from now? Should he call over the weekend? If I'm sick and call out on Tuesday, anybody who answers the phone can simply access Mr. Stark's contact record from the company directory and will have full access to my notes. If I had, for example, also attached the quote today after I prepare it, I take this quote here and attach it. They now have access to that information. We'll go ahead and save that. And again, that travels with the quote. Anybody at my company, my coworkers, the person who's backing me up and helping me out on Tuesday when I'm ill, can take care of Mr. Stark for me. Now, this is all great to have. What opportunities do I have out there waiting for me to act on? And this is where that CRM mini app comes into place. I click on that, and I get a listing of all of the opportunities I'm currently working. And I can sort them by their name. I can sort them by the follow-up date. So if I have those that are still pending, I can look at just the ones that are based on a certain status. I can search for one by name. So either the contact's name or the opportunity name. But let's go ahead and take a look at this one is kind of popping out at me here. What is John Bon Jovi? It looks like John Bon Jovi, he wants a guitar for his world tour. He wants a new guitar with a touring package. So it's a case, a warranty, amps, and cables. And the value of that deal is $15,000. It looks like we're going to follow up on the quote we delivered on June the 1st. And the close date is expected to be the 15th. So at this point, I can enter more information, attach additional documents, go ahead and update, remove documents and replace them, and continue to work with that opportunity. I can take this list if you're like me and you really like working with paper. You can download and print a PDF version of all of your opportunities. Some folks do use this as a report that's delivered to their, for example, their sales manager. But more importantly, if you are the sales manager and you are an administrator within the system, you can log in and view specific reports for CRM. So as you can see here, within 2 clicks, I'm in the CRM reporting module, and I can pull up a report of all of my opportunities for a particular date range or with a particular close range, either for each of my salespeople or by status. If I wanted to see just, for example, all of the opportunities that were won, looks like only that 5-device security package for Mr. Stark was won. I wonder what has been lost. Likewise, that doesn't look like we've lost any opportunities so far. Or by source. I wonder if that money we spent on those Google ads is actually working. No, not yet. It doesn't look like anything has been attributed to that source yet. I wonder how many of my leads are just word of mouth. Well, it looks like we're not popular there. How about referrals? Okay, that seems to do the trick. So as you can see the power of those just in that listing. And as the administrator, I can actually click on these and take a look at the opportunities and edit if I need to. The other nice thing here is our analytics reporting. This is our opportunity analytics report, and this allows us to see the staging, and really start to see the trend. So by quarter, we'll actually show you the different stages that your opportunities are in and the total value. So you see that from March to April, there was no change, but suddenly from April to May, we've gone up $30,000 in possible sales. And as I hover over those months, I can actually see the breakdown. So it gives you a little bit of insight as to how your sales team is performing. Now, we spoke earlier about the opportunity sources, and you saw the value of seeing where your opportunities are coming from in terms of whether or not, for example, that Google ad role was bringing any opportunities to you. Now, I can enable or disable different sources, or I can go ahead and add a source. So let's say we've got a Google ad role. Maybe I'm spending money on advertising in Facebook or LinkedIn. I can go ahead and create a new detail source and hit save. And that source is automatically available and ready for me to start using in my report. So for example, if I go back to Ned Stark, turns out he wasn't from self-generated. He actually saw an ad for our product in Facebook. I can go ahead and save that there and research, and now you'll see that when I run my reports, or open the opportunities, that has now been updated to attributed to Facebook. So if I wanted to pull out a report and see whether or not my advertising spend is working, and track really whether I'm spending my advertising monies and my marketing dollars efficiently or intelligently, I can do so from one place. Now, as you can see, when you compare this to a product like Salesforce or Zoho, it's obviously a little different, but we believe that this is something that will allow you to work much more intelligently and much more efficiently at just a fraction of the cost. When compared to something like Salesforce or Zoho, RingByName Enhanced CRM starts at $9.95 per user. So quite a significant savings over some other CRM products. If you do have any questions about enhanced CRM and our contact management, or to schedule a demo, give us a call. Contact us at 855-345-7464. Again, that number is 855-345-7464, and we'll be glad to tell you all about how RingByName with Enhanced CRM can help your business. Thank you very much.